Now let's see how to solve logarithmic equations. Let's take a few examples. The first one is solve log x squared minus 5x plus 50 base 10 equals 2. We're taking just 2. And number 2, that if 2 raised to power 2x minus 3y equals 32 and log x base y equals 2. Find the values of x and y. So let's go straight to the solution. How do we do that? That's supposed to be a piece of cake. Now the first one is number 1. What's number 1? Log x squared minus 5x plus 50 base 10 equals 2. Log x squared minus 5x plus 50 base 10 equals 2. If we write this in index form, that's going to mean x squared. That simply means x squared minus 5x plus 50 equals 10 raised to power 2. We remember that if log p base a equals x, this is the logarithmic form. In index form, it becomes p equals a raised to power x. So that's the same thing we have done here. Now, what do we have? Let me write my x well here. So this is the same as x squared minus 5x plus 50. 10 squared is 100. When it comes to the left-hand side, it becomes minus 100 equals 0. And that's the same as x squared minus 5x minus 50 equals 0. Now we can solve this equation by the factorization method. And that's the same as saying x squared minus 10x plus 5x minus 50 equals 0. Which simply means x into bracket x minus 10 plus 5 into bracket x minus 10 equals 0. And this is the same as x plus 5 times x minus 10 equals 0, which means x plus 5 equals 0 or x minus 10 equals 0. And that simply means, let me write it, x plus 5 equals 0 or x minus 10 equals 0, which simply means x equals minus 5 or x equals 10. And that's it, very, very simply. Let's go straight to the next. This is an x. Let's go straight to the next, which is number 2. What does that say? 2 raised to power 2x minus 3y equals 32. These are actually simultaneous equations. 2 raised to power 2x minus 3y equals 32 and log x base y equals 2. Yeah, find the values of x and y. What do we do here? From this equation, first of all, I can say log, I can say 2 raised to power 2x minus 3y, 2 raised to power 2x minus 3y equals 32 is the same as 2 raised to power 5. Now, if the bases are the same, then the powers are also going to be the same. So that means 2 raised to power 2, that means 2x minus 3y is equal to 5, which is the same as, that's what I'm going to write. That simply means 2x minus 3y equals 5. Now, from the second one, let me call this equation 1. From the second equation, log x, if log x base y equals 5, what does that mean? That simply means x is equal to, if log x base y equals 2, not 5. If log x base y equals 2, that simply means x is equal to y squared. Now I want to put x in equation 1. That means whenever I see x, I'll write y squared in equation 1. And that simply means 2 times x, which will now be 2 times y squared, minus 3y equals 5. Now this is the same as saying 2y squared minus 3y minus 5 equals 0. When this 5 goes to the left hand side, it becomes minus 5. And now solving this equation by the factorization method, I have 2y squared minus 2y minus y. Oh no, what am I doing? 2y squared plus 2y squared plus 2y minus 5y minus 5, because you have to be careful not to make any mistake when you factorize. And this is simply the same as 2y into bracket y plus 1 minus 5 into bracket y plus 1 equals 0. And that simply means 2y minus 5 into bracket y plus 1 equals 0, which means 2y minus 5 equals 0, or y plus 1 equals 0. 2y minus 5 equals 0, or y plus 1 equals 0. And that's the same as y equals 5 over 2, or y equals minus 1. So y equals 5 over 2, or y equals minus 1. And what does that now mean? So now x is therefore, and I know that x equals y squared. So that therefore means x equals, when y is 5 over 2, x will be equal to the square of 5 over 2, which means x equals, which is 25 over 4. And when y is minus 1, x will be equal to, when y is minus 1, x will be equal to the square of minus 1, which is equal to 1. So I think I want to just put it this way, or let me write it this way. Let's do this. Or x equals the square of minus 1. So that therefore means when x is 25 over 4, y is equal to, when x is 25 over 4, y is equal to 5 over 2. When x equals 25 over 4, y equals 5 over 2. And when x equals minus 1, no, when x equals 1 rather, when x equals 1, y equals minus 1. That's how to write the solutions of simultaneous equations. When x equals 1, y equals minus 1. And those are the values of x and y, very, very simply. All right, that's it. Very, very simply. We'll take a breather and come back in a few for the rest. Thank you very much. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also follow Talk to your tutor. Talk to your tutor. Talk to your tutor. Talk to your tutor on Twitter, and you can send a DM to ask any question. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next. Stay blessed.